Hello, it's Claire back with another art journal video. So today I'm working in the Dina Wakley Blue Edition Media Journal. I'm going to be working on a single page spread. I've already put some gesso on the page. This is the journal that has the really lovely heavyweight watercolour paper in. It is beautiful to work on, it's quite textured. So I'm just drawing a large face on the page. You can see I'm just sketching out where the features are going to go. I do draw in guidelines for the eyes, nose and mouth so I get a rough idea, and then just kind of alter it as I feel it needs changing. I think I end up moving the eyes a bit lower. There we go. Sometimes you can just tell when they're not quite in the right place. So there we go. And then I'm just drawing in the features using the Jane Davenport License to Quill pen. I will be painting over these and then I will draw them in again, but this is just to help see them once the paint's added. So then I'm using the Jane Davenport face base to put some colour down, and I'm adding a little bit of gel medium to the paint just to thin it down a bit because it's gone a little bit gloopy. So just to get a base of colour down, I'm just adding this all over the face. And then I added in a little bit of the darken tone, that's what it's called, just to mixed it in with the base colour, just so that I could add some initial shadows to the face. And then I used the lighten one and just put some highlights in, just to start to get an idea of where they were all going to be. Then I'm just sketching in where the hair's going to go and adding on some ears as well. So by this point, I kind of decided I was going to do a Freida Khalo face. I've never done one before in my journals, but I've seen lots of people doing them and I just thought, well, why not? This is kind of where it seems to be going. It wasn't what I planned initially. So I'm just adding in her hair. It did go a bit funky at that right-hand side, but it doesn't matter, does it? And then I'm using a Dina Wakley stamp set with the flowers on and just stamping those out onto some ordinary printer paper using black archival ink. And then I'm using a turquoise green Amsterdam acrylic paint and just painting in the background behind Freida Khalo's face. It's amazing how putting a colour behind just makes it pop out from the page. Okay, so then I'm using Amsterdam acrylic permanent red violet and I'm just painting in, adding some colour to the flowers. So this is Dina Wakley lemon. I'm just adding some into the centre of the flowers. And then just some green on the leaves. I think that was an Amsterdam acrylic green, quite a dark one. And then I'm just mixing a bit with the yellow just to add some highlights to the leaves as well. So obviously then cut them all out, which is very fiddly. Wow, if only you could actually cut this fast. How cool would that be? Got a bit messy there. Notice that I haven't cut out all the leaves because I didn't want there to be too many leaves. Didn't want them to overpower the flowers. I wanted the flowers to be the main focus. So next I'm just sticking them in place using an ordinary glue stick, arranging them around almost like a hairband of flowers, I guess. And then this is a little bit of Dina Wakley Sterling, and I've just added some little highlights to the hair with that. And then I'm just going to use my watercolour pencils, and I'm just adding some more detail to the shadows just to darken those up a bit, to try and give the face a little bit more depth. And the bit down at the bottom where the face joins the neck has gone a bit beardy, but that will sort itself out. So I'm just continuing to build up the shadows using different colours, starting off with blues and purples and working down to some quite pale pinks. Just adding a bit of blush to the cheeks using the Jane Davenport Palette Pastels. And then this is one of Dina Wakley's scribble sticks, and I'm just wetting it on the brush and just adding a little bit of colour to the lips. And then I'm just going back over the facial features using the License to Quill pen, just adding the details back in. Here I'm just using a metallic gel pen and drawing in some earrings. Next I'm using a Signo Uniball in white and just adding some more highlights onto the face and some catch lights in the eyes, a few details to the flowers as well. And then I decided to go and use the Stabilo Oil pencil and just darken some areas with the shadows. Just this one really goes on quite nicely, and you can smudge it a little bit as well. So then it's time for some words, and I'm just using a Posca pen. Oh, look at that, only just fit. That's a relief. And then using the archival ink and a text stamp, I am adding some stamping onto the background just to break up that blue a bit. Then a white Posca pen just to add some dots onto the background as well. A bit of mark making. And there we go. There's the finished page, so I hope you've enjoyed watching the video. Thank you very much for watching.